Okay, Ruby, can you describe the Dublin Racing Festival in 3 words for me, please?
Jeez.
It's the first question, Ruby. I can't have got you already.
But three.
Three.
Jesus, how can you describe something so magnificent in 3 words? Fun, quality, unmissable.
Unmissable. How does Lossiemouth compare to the other Rich Richie mares that he's had in the past? Obviously, you've got the likes of Vroom Vroom Mag, Benny Dedew, Limini. Where does she sort of rank at this stage in her career?
Potentially, she could be the best. Potentially, but that's what happens in time. You would be hoping she would be better than Limini. It's all potential with her, and we always felt Annie Power was incredibly exciting, and Lossie Pout looks incredibly exciting. So it's potential, but hopefully let her mature, let her grow up, and if she could emulate Annie Power, that'd be brilliant.
Okay. Win the Mares Hurdle this year, Champion Hurdle next year?
If she wins the Mares Hurdle, she's won up on Annie Power, hasn't she?
We'll move on from that one, Ruby. Outside of the Dublin Racing Festival, what is the other best Irish meeting our customers cannot miss in Ireland?
Oh, it depends what way you want to go about it. I would say quality-wise, Punchestown.
Okay.
I love it. It's local for me, and I just think it's a great meeting. It's afternoon now, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday evening, Friday evening, Saturday in the afternoon. But that's a wonderful festival. Mm-hmm. Galway, if you like something different.
Yeah.
Galway is really good fun.
Okay.
If you want to mix racing with a good social week,
Sure.
you can dip in and out of the racing. It's a beautiful part of the country, down to the Burn in North Clare, out to Connemara in Galway. You can mix Galway with a really good holiday, and Galway's a great city as well. And there's smaller ones. Tramore is a good festival in late August. Dunmore East, Tramore, West Waterford or South Waterford. It's a beautiful place. There's loads of good meetings in Ireland that can, the racing breaks will bring you anywhere to tailor whatever you want.
Okay, perfect. Ruby, what trips are you going to be doing with Racing Breaks this year?
Well, obviously we're here at the Dublin Racing Festival. We'll be at the Cheltenham Festival, Dubai for the Dubai World Cup. Looking forward to that. Went last year for the first time and was lucky enough to see Equinox, and I must say that made the trip for me. He was incredible to watch live. We'll be in entry for the Grand National during the summer. Well, we'll be on during the summer, lads. Obviously we'll be in Galway. I really enjoyed Paris last year. It was the first time I was at the Arc. I loved that. If I made the cut for Delmar, my arm could be twisted. If we wanted to go there, I'd go. Enough of people wanted to go and we were getting invited, I'd definitely tip along. Surfing the turf, you'd have to think that'd be a bit cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be.
I was at the Melbourne Cup this year myself. I do think that is, if you're treating yourself, I know Australia is not close to home and it's plenty far away, but if you had something on a bucket list you wanted to do once, I would recommend the Melbourne Cup to anybody. It's very different, and it's you're probably not allowed to say this, but it's all the technology, and Melbourne is as sophisticated as anywhere else in the world. Yeah. But the culture was 10, 12 years ago. It was very fun. There was nothing taboo, as in people were having a good time. Sure. People were gambling, people were drinking, people were letting loose.
Yeah. Sounds like the perfect weekend, doesn't it?
It was incredible. I was there on the Tuesday. You obviously have the Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Yeah. And Melbourne is a cracking city. That's one. If you wanted it, I would recommend that to anybody to go to the Melbourne Cup. Great town as well. I don't speak Japanese. I can't read Japanese. But I did enjoy the twice I was in Tokyo. I was in Nakayama and I was watching Equinox winning the Japan Cup, and I was thinking, Jesus, I'd love to go there someday. That looks 89, 90,000 people.
Wow.
Just looks a bit different, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The other one, I don't know. I'm sure Racing Breaks go there, but the Kentucky Derby looks the same.
Kentucky Derby, yes.
Doesn't
It's
it?
a popular one. Yeah.
It does.
Ever done it?
Never been, no. It looks the same. It's that crowd, it's that atmosphere. I know it's one race and that's what you're going for, but something about that I'd like too. I've been to several Breeders' Cups, but I would like I would like to go at the Kentucky Derby as well.
Perfect.
We surely missed Royal Ascot, didn't we, in the previous question?
Of course, Royal Ascot, the Derby. There's too many.
There's too many.
There's too many.
But it is, and racing is great, and I probably didn't see it when I was riding. I only see it now when I finish riding. But I must say, I go to Royal Ascot, have done. Stay in Windsor. It's a beautiful town. It's great fun. I've been to the Derby twice. but even like Paris last year, like to go to the Arc, but to have a day in Paris either side,
Yeah, sure.
like you can tie racing in with anything. And I love racing. I would have done that in the past with Breeders' Cups, but there are places closer to home you can go to.
You go, lots of events you can catch Ruby on. Make sure you head to racingbreaks.com to book your package now. As a racing fan, which race at the Cheltenham Festival are you most looking forward to watching?
Most looking forward to watching. There is something special about watching Constitution Hill.
Okay.
Don't think that's a really fair question because there's not one race at Cheltenham. I love Cheltenham. I enjoy each day for what it is. I'm not one of the knockers that it was great and now it's too many.
Okay.
I'm not on that team. I think you get lots of special races, great atmosphere, great crowds, great fun. It is what it is. I enjoy it for what it is.
Okay.
So
Perfect.
looking back,
All 28 races.
yeah, to me looking back, I feel sad there on Friday when it's over.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
so like people say, oh, it's too long. Jeez, I love it. It's not, I don't want it to be a fifth day, but I love it. I wish it lasted longer, or you can make it feel like it lasted longer. But there's something special about the Gold Cup.
Yeah.
Always is. And I was riding. There was as well. To win a Gold Cup is different, and it's a special day.
Okay. Which horse has surprised you the most with the performance on the track compared to what you see at home? That could be good at home. It doesn't show you a lot. When it gets to the track, it's a monster, or it's a monster at home but cannot do it on the track.
So it's probably more monsters at home that haven't done it on the track. This year, the biggest disappointment probably would have been Ethical Diamond. We thought he was really good at home. He completely blew out in the maiden hurdle at Leopardstown at Christmas. And then the opposite side of that would be Argento Boy. He won a bumper last week in Fairy House. Like, he wouldn't exactly be catching the pigeons at home. But there are a few like that that keep surprising and keep winning. Grange Clare West, not an incredible workhorse, but he's been rock solid on the track. Wouldn't say Factophile is either, but he's always delivered on the track. So there are a lot more. Maybe as you get older, you realise that the ones that stay going in their work rather than flatter are the ones to be with. And like even Ballyburn, you wouldn't think, wow, at home, but you do think, wow, when he goes to the racecourse. Sure. The best of them all, even Gallop and Deschamps. You wouldn't think wow with him at home. Yet he never slows down. You just know there's more there. And if you really want it, he's going to give it to you.
Which horse would you be shocked at if it wasn't shorter for the Cheltenham Festival on Monday next week?
Do I have to pick one?
I'll give you two.
Gallop and Deschamps. Il Fabiolo. Ballyburn.
Ballyburn, okay. For which race?
Supreme. No, Bearing Bingham. No, Supreme. One of them.
One of them, okay. No run and no bet, both.
He'll be shorter.
Okay.
That's three. I wish I knew which juvenile was going to be shorter.
Yeah.
But I don't.
That's the golden question.
If I knew that answer now, that would be the golden one, wouldn't it? No. Marine National will be shorter too.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so it's a really good question for you, Ruby. It's a tricky one. Can you create the perfect racehorse from horses you have ridden before with their mindset, their speed, stamina and jumping? So you might pick Vitor for his jumping, whoever for their speed, and create it that way.
Don't need to. You just reincarnate Cardo Star.
The best.
Find me a better one.
Go. Corso Star, the GOAT. It's no unknown secret that Willie Mullins just has a sports of riches at the moment. Does he still get excited when he has like a young, upmerging horse, or are they just all so good it sort of loses that excitement?
No, it's incredible what he could tell you about horses that haven't run. He could be watching work on the gallop, and he seems to know from what he's bought.
Okay.
But young horses do excite him, and I know I just said Marine National would be shorter for Cheltenham, but when you watch Willie watching Facile Vega, and you listen to Willie talking about Facile Vega, I think he believes he hasn't gotten the best out of Facile Vega.
Sure.
And Willie Mullins has been a huge part of my life. I've worked for him since I was 16. I'm now 44. And if I know him, and I kind of know him, he will spend a lot of time figuring out how to get the best out of that horse.
That's why he's so good.
And if it kills him, he will keep trying. We often slag, and there's an owner in Willie's that often slags that there's no white flag in Close Sutton.
Okay.
He never gives up.
Never gives up.
And whatever he has to change and think about it, and the way he works him or the way they ride him or he runs, he will keep working on Facile Vegan until he achieves what he believes he's capable of achieving.
I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. I still think if he'd have pinged the last at the Supreme, you never know what would happen. But
I know from listening to him, I know from watching him the way he, even watching him work, I just know Willie thinks he has everything.
Yeah.
And he's going to somehow make it happen.
We will see. We will see. We will find out soon. Okay, Ruby, what gave you a better feeling, winning the Gold Cup or the Grand National?
Oh, there are probably two very different feelings.
Okay.
Different emotions. Like, I suppose when Papillon won the Grand National, and even Hedge Hunter to an extent, but more so Papillon, kind of didn't think it could happen.
Okay, sure.
There was no pressure, there was no expectation. I was riding in the Grand National. It was disbelief.
Okay.
It was just, I imagine it's the kind of feeling you would get if you won the lotto.
Okay, sure.
Like when you would look at the ticket.
Yeah.
It was that kind of feeling when
Okay.
Papillon won the Grand National. Whereas when Cordo Star won his first Gold Cup, there was expectation, there was pressure. Now it wasn't relief, it was realising a dream, but it was a completely different sensation.
Sure.
And then when he won it back, there was the sheer joy of that. So they were all different emotions because they all carried different pressures. But if you were giving me one of them back, I would take Papillon.
Okay.
I would. It was 20, soon to be 21, and I just remember that whole weekend in Liverpool like it was yesterday.
Okay.
And what happened in Kiel, and it was just
Fantastic.
it was magic.
Yeah. You're a lucky man. You're a lucky man. But what horse in what race gave you the best jumping experience in a race you've had?
Oh, on the saw on the Ryanair.
Okay. Just let fly.
It was on the edge of control, but it was thrilling. And I know people say, oh, they watch Vatour and Turners or in a Ryanair or whatever, but on the saw in the Ryanair, that was.
Is that because he's got you on the brink thinking, we might go? Did you ever get that feeling? Or was he always safe?
No, it was tactical, and like I could have held him fifth, but that wasn't going to win the race.
Okay.
So you're trying to make the right tactical decisions and speed you're going, but he just started to go. This sounds so stupid. He was going to the fences rather than the fences coming to him.
Okay, sure.
So like he was like the last 5 strides to every fence, he was just going faster.
Okay.
Like he was
He was
you know what I mean?
attacking every single
He was
one.
attacking him. I wasn't. I was just hanging on to him, and he wanted to attack. Now I never stopped him. So when he wanted, I let him.
Okay.
In the last ditch, he came out of my hands. When I remember, he took off thinking, we got there. And I'm thinking, not so bad, horse, but you were a bit brave there.
Yeah.
But then when I wanted him down to the third last, and you're rubbering down 34, 5 miles an hour, and you know he's a bit long, and you're thinking, if I let go of his head, he's going to get flat. So I have to make him go for it without dropping him. And it was just second last, go on, last fence, brave as a lion. Yeah, that was
class.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, do you have any sort of funny stories when you've lost a race, going back to the owners? Was there any ever sort of heated words?
No, I was good to put my hands up.
Okay.
Good to put my hands up.
Okay.
I come back into Richie after getting beaten something one day and jumped off, turned around, and I just said to him, I fucked that up. And he just stood there and he started laughing. To me, once you were honest,
Sure,
I never,
exactly.
and I still don't understand, and I watch jockeys doing it, coming in and they say, oh, the horse did this and the horse did that. enough of people watching the race.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So to me, the easiest way out was come back in. To me, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I should have done. I wish I had done. Most people then tend to say, well,
There you go.
there you go. You know what I mean? Most people are pretty sound that way. But I think when you come back in trying to defend yourself against mistakes,
Sure.
no one likes to be like that.
Yeah, for sure. Can you remember what Rich Ritchie horse it was?
Oh, there was that many of them. There was that many. Where did I come in one day after getting beaten on something? I was standing in the back paddock. Cheltenham again with Rich Ritchie. And I jumped off and he says, well, and I turned around and I said to him, he lost. He stood there looking at me and I started laughing and he started laughing. And
There you go. You definitely made up for it. Do you have any exciting young horses at Cheltenham that we haven't seen yet? Ones to keep our eye on?
A horse that runs tomorrow is an exciting horse, Majborough.
Okay.
Don't know.
Being backed in for the Triumph.
Yeah, he's not a novice. Pity he's not a novice. Because you look at him, and if you do look at him tomorrow in the paddock, he's an incredible specimen of a racehorse. He's really good. I'd say we're out of maidens, out of unraced horses.
Okay.
Have we any more bumper horses in the pipeline? Not too many. I could even see Willie at this stage keeping something like Salvador Mundi until next year as a novice. You're getting late in the season. Mind you, you're going to have to take on a Dream to Share next year as a novice too, aren't you?
True.
But I would say it's something like Salvador Mundi. He's going to be a supreme horse for next year, I'd say, is the hope. Or a Baron Bingham horse even. But,
sure. Got very close form with Sergino.
He has, but I would say I'd say we're pretty much what we have. You've seen what we have.
Okay. As a jockey, did you ever used to have a lot of time to sort of enjoy a race? Obviously, like at Cheltenham and every meeting, by the time you've come back in, within 5 minutes, the silks are changed and you're out getting briefed for the next race. Did you ever have a chance to sort of reflect and soak in your sort of glory?
Yeah, of course you did. Not maybe right there and then. You won in Cheltenham, you got the walk back down and weighed in, presentation, whatever happened. Then you had to go back to work again. But I went for dinner every night in Cheltenham. And, all right, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, you were fairly quiet. But, yeah, we partied Friday night. Every year. After I won the Grand National. Not maybe like this meeting in Dublin Racing Festival. Yeah, everybody else that's here will be out Saturday night. Fair chance everyone in the world will be out Sunday night. Well, they won't now because Punchtown's on Monday. That's a sickener, but what was the point in doing it if you weren't going to enjoy it?
Yeah.
So yeah, if there was something to celebrate, we'd celebrate it. And likewise, if it wasn't me that was celebrating, if it was someone else was celebrating, we went along for the ride too. We never missed a party.
Yeah, there you go. I love that.